This morning I was at the hairdresser's and got talking to Monique, who was cutting my hair, and I said, Monique, can I ask you a question? She said, yes. I said, if you could wish one thing from God today for you, what would that be? And she said, oh, Richard, that my family would stay together because it's so easy for them to kind of split up. And then I said to Monique, would it be okay if I said a one-sentence prayer that God would help keep your family together? And she said yes. And then I just prayed a one-sentence prayer, didn't bow my head, didn't close my eyes, just prayed a one-sentence prayer for that one thing and only that thing. And that was the one thing Monique had on her heart this morning. But sometimes you'll get several responses to that question, the one wish question. Sometimes somebody can't think of something. I say, oh, I can't think of something. And then I'll say, would it be okay if I said a one-sentence blessing that God would bless your life? Would that be okay? And if they say yes, I'll pray a one-sentence blessing over their life. Sometimes somebody will say several things. I remember one guy, he said to me, money and peace. And I said to him, if you had to choose one of those, what would it be? Because I want people, one thing that's on their heart that will help them focus, but also helps me to pray for that one thing. So I said, with the money and peace, if you were to choose one of those, and he said, peace. And I said, why? He said, money can't buy me peace. So then I prayed for that one thing, for peace in his heart. Sometimes somebody will give a crazy answer. I was in the Atlanta Bread Company asking the lady behind the reception desk, and she said, oh, that I would win the lottery. And I said, wouldn't that be wonderful? And then I just sensed, here she's probably on minimum wage, and I just said, would it be okay if I prayed that God would help you to get on your feet financially? And she just sort of quietened down and said, yes, that would be wonderful. And I prayed a one-sentence prayer that God would help her get on her feet financially. But sometimes you get other crazy answers. Another guy said to me, oh, that I would get in a time machine. And I said, you know, I can't pray for that wish. In fact, when Jesus asked James and John the question, what would you want me to do for you? They asked that I would sit on the right side and the left side with you in the kingdom. And he said, I can't give you that. That's for my Father to give. So sometimes somebody will share something like the time machine, something crazy or immoral or weird. And I say, you know, I'm not able to pray for that. But would it be okay if I said a one-sentence blessing over your life? Sometimes somebody will say, well, to be honest, I'm not sure if God is there. And one gal, I was at the food court in the Atlanta airport and asked her, she was sitting there with her Starbucks coffee, and I said, I'm with a couple of friends from a local church asking folks a question. She said, oh, I'm an atheist. I said, can I still ask you the question? She said, yes. So I said, if you could wish one thing from God whom you don't believe in, but I do, what would that be? And she said, well, I got a call from my sister and saying, everything's crazy. My boyfriend ran off with the baby. I've just got the baby back. Everything's crazy. Could you come and help? So I've just flown in, just waiting for her to pick me up. And so I said to her, would it be okay if I said a one-sentence prayer to the God you don't believe in, but I do, that he would come and meet your wish? And she said yes. You know why she said yes? Because that one wish question is a heart question, not a head question. They answer from here, not from here. And she may be an atheist up here, but not here. And as I say, somebody may say, well, I'm not sure if God is there or something. And I just take people where they are and just say, well, if you could wish one thing from God whom you're not sure is there, but I am, what would that be? And then pray for that one wish. If somebody says, I remember a Muslim man, I asked him and said, if you could wish one thing from God today for you, what would that be? Never forget what he said. He said that all the sins of my past would be forgiven and a way would be made open for me. Now for him, I didn't say, would it be okay if I said a one-sentence prayer for that? I actually went straight to the 4 pictures with the second question and just said, may I show you with these 4 pictures how you could know the sins of your past are forgiven and a way is made open for you? And he said yes. Another young guy, Michael, I asked him that question, if you could wish one thing from God today for you, what would that be? He said that I would find the meaning to life. So for him, I moved again to the wristband and just said, may I show you with these 4 pictures, Michael, how you could find the meaning to life? And he said yes. And I shared the 4 pictures. And he took God's hand of friendship. So those are several responses to that question. If you could wish one thing from God today for you, what would that be? Thank you.